Good evening, beloved friends. Armand Adrian, the founder and CEO of Roulette.com. Today, I want to explain a little bit something about some changes made in some casinos. Uh, we need to talk. It's very important for you guys who are gambling in casinos that something which I found, which is very important. Well, I will discuss this without no charge, but it's very important to understand that in around the world there are 3,600 casinos. As I spoke in many tutorials, I was explaining that there are 3,600 casinos. Most of these casinos doesn't pay gamblers. Around 3,000 casinos, if you win in these casinos, they are not paying you. Now there are around 50, 100 casinos in the world who giving you not 10, 20,000 euro per month, but even 100,000 euros per month. You see, when you dealing with casinos, it's obvious that for you it's very hard to understand the secrets of casinos, because the first step what you think is how I am able to understand casinos if I'm not winning at casinos. So you see, this kind of problem you put yourself and you ask yourself each time when you are connected with casinos, because how can you have some proof, some evidence that you can make money from casinos if you don't know a system? So the problem is not that you cannot make money from casinos, but how to find a way, in a legal way, to defeat casinos, because that's the most problematic stuff when we talk about casinos. So for you who are a regular gambler, most of your time, of course, you lose money. You doesn't pay attention on the fact that you need to make money from casinos. So your first step is that if casinos doesn't pay me, I don't have no reason to fight back against casinos, because I never won at casinos. So your first reaction is that how can I fight against casinos if I'm not able to win? So that's the problem many of you have. Because when you talk with me and you see me that I'm doing this kind of tutorials, when I'm explaining you that you can make a living from casinos, you can win from casinos, you don't think so much that yes, it's possible, because you don't have my own experience in life to defeat casinos. So for you it's very hard to understand that there is a way to defeat casinos. Well, I'm telling you that since 2010 that I defeat casinos. It's possible because casinos, like any company, they work differently. There are good guys and bad guys. So good guys means that there are good CEOs who owns casinos and they like to pay winners. They are liking to be correct. So you see, even in life, if you go in any business, for example, giving you another a business where I'm guessing that I know something in construction. If you work with somebody, it can be good, and you can work with somebody and can be bad, because doesn't show you to the work, he's not delivering you what you asked and promised from him. So you see, you have many problematic persons in your life, as it is in casinos. Now, what I like here, because I live in Romania, most of my students are from Romania. And my students gambling in Romania because the regulation is very strictly when we talk about winners. So every time when somebody is winning in casinos, they are paid by the casinos. Now, a few years ago, since 2009, either in Romania, casinos doesn't pay. They didn't pay winners. But in 2010, in 2009, one very big casino sportback crashed down. He lost the license, fault of this negative feedback from people, negative complaints from people that they didn't receive the money won in this casino. When the government of Romania sees that yes, there are even winners who win in casinos, they thought that the most important stuff what they can implement is that they will charge even the winners. So now even the winners are charged by the government. So every time when you cash out money from any casino in Romania, you pay 1% fees to the government. Now for us winners is very good because 99% of the money, if we give 1% to the government, 99% of the money, it's clear money. So we have documents that we get that money from casinos. So every time when somebody it will asking you, or it asking us from where you have money, because we paid 1% to the government, our money are clear. So the money can be legalized. You got my point? Now that's not something which you find in your country. I don't know exactly where you live and what you are doing, but you need to understand that not all the country have the same regulations. So for you, the first step is to focus yourself in popular casinos, because where are popular casinos, there are thousands and hundreds of thousands of gamblers who are losing every day. That's the most sure way in which you can cash out money from casinos. But if you focus on ghost casinos, this is how I name the casinos which are not popular, you risk that you will not get your money if you win. So when you're entering in contact with me, you know that because I'm teaching you that. You know that I'm focusing myself very much on explaining how you can be more focused on the stuff that you need to do when you're gambling. Now I know with my old students that when I spoke with them from the first time, they was telling me, Adrian, I never believed that casinos can be defeated. And I know that even for you, it's very hard to understand that, because even for you, you can say, Adrian, how can I defeat casinos? How can I make money from casinos when everybody says that casinos win always? Well, it's not like that. That's why your psychology must be changed. Because in your mentality, every time when you add money in casino must to win. Well, we don't think like that. We, the roulette professional gamblers, we don't think like that. We have a different psychology. And anything you change in your life, somebody spent energy and time to making you understand this new reality, because everyone lives in his own reality. I live my own reality where you cannot understand me because you are not my student, or maybe because you don't understand how I feel, how I think. So you got my point. In your own reality, you might lose in casinos. It's obvious. That's not something which is not popular to see that somebody is losing in casinos. Now, the big problem comes when you see somebody who is winning from casinos. And that's the problem for you to understand. How can you switch from the amateur gambler to the professional gambler? And that's not something which you can do in one day or for free. Because for you to understand these kind of problems as roulette professional gamblers have, you must invest in yourself. That's your problem. So if you will never invest in yourself, nobody will invest time in you. Because just think like a stomatologist. He spent 7-10 years to become stomatologist. I know that you like white teeth, you like to have a clean, nice mouth, but when you go to the doctor, to the stomatologist, you make a trade. So it will clean your teeth, it will make your teeth white, but you must pay for his service. Now, for you who are a loser at roulette and you come to me to helping you, it's obvious that I must asking you and we must do a trade. That's not something strangely or alien to the society, because everybody makes trades. When you go to shop and you want nice clothes, you make a trade. You go to the shopper, you give him money, and you take what you like to wear. So everything you do in this capitalist society, it's a trade. I know, because I'm telling that because many of you are following me for many years, and even today I see people who are begging for my secrets, and they see that they have a right to ask my secrets for free. It's not like that, my friend, because even if I have the power to giving you something for free, I'm not giving you something for free because I suffered for what I have. I am interested in your eyes only or till the moment when I give you my secret. After I giving you my secret, you don't find nothing interesting in me. You see what I'm going and what I'm trying to telling you. I am important for you only till the moment you know my secret. After you know my secret, you lose the importance in what I can give to you. That's why I ask 5,000 euro for my DVD. Because this is my secret. When you pay 5,000 euro, you will understand the secret, you will gonna make your own money, and you will understand how important was and how much I suffered to discover the secret of beating roulette. But once I giving you the secret, there is no reason to be my friend, to be interested in me. Because you want to make money. You lose at roulette. Your subject is not me. your subject is the secret of beating roulette. That's why we need to make a trade. That's very obvious, that's very clear, and is reasonable for both of us. I'm giving you my secret, you pay me 5,000 euro. I am affordable and I'm respecting that. You must respect that too. This is for most of the people who are begging from me my secrets. Even today, I have people who are begging for my secrets. They are begging they are begging to give him the secret of beating roulette. Well, that is not possible, because in business I'm not a priest. In business I can't be a priest. We need to make a trade. You sacrifice yourself and you get my DVD and my assistance in the moment you pay me 5,000 euro. Now let me tell you from the perspective of my students. Just today I was speaking with one student of mine who is very poor, he doesn't have money, but is working in Europe, he's working, and all his salary he's paying to give him the secret of beating roulette. So he sacrificed himself in defending and understanding the secret of beating roulette. Now, how can I put these guys who are sacrificing themselves, who are working every day in constructions, in delivery, in pizza, in whatever they are working, they save money to invest in my secret? How can I giving you, which you beg my DVD for free? Because you see, even these guys are poor. Even these students are poor, doesn't have money. But still, they save money and they pay me to have this secret. So to be respectful to my personality, who I became fault of roulette, and to my students, who most of them are poor and they are still saving money to invest in my DVD, that's what I need to do, to respect us against the beggars. Because when you beg, you doesn't think like a human being who must have the secret of beating roulette. Because if you beg, you don't have, it's not for you roulette. You got my point. Because there is no limit how much money you can make in the moment you know my secret. So if you beg for my secret, that's not the type character which I search in my students. You need to invest. You need to save money. You need to do something which you never done in the past. And this is only in your character. If you cannot change in your character, if you cannot change from begging in saving and investing, this is not for you. This is not for you. This is for winners. And a winner, you see a winner, even if he doesn't have the secret of beating roulette or some other game, a winner is showing you that he's a winner because he has some other personality. He likes to invest, he likes to save money, he likes to trust people, because if you don't trust nobody, how you gonna make trades with people? Now, of course, it's very hard on the internet to trust somebody because they are not they doesn't show themselves. But anytime when you meet somebody, even online, even in real personality, if you make a knowledgeable about this type of guy or somebody, if you have some ideas about him, you can learn how to trust that guy and starting investing in you. In me, many people doesn't see me as a winner. Many people doesn't see me as a winner. But for 13 years, I follow my dreams. I became a new man. I am a successful person. And there was years when I was successful and people either after years, they didn't believe me that I am a successful person. Even after years where I was being successful person, they talked about me that I get pure luck. That's the loser type of character. They talked about me that I am pure luck guy, lucky guy. Now, when you have luck for years, that's not luck anymore, my friends. The luck came one time, two times, three times. It came 3 times and it came for 10 or 15 minutes. Luck doesn't come every year, every day, every hour, every minute, every month. It doesn't came. Because luck, that's why he's luck. Because it's only 1 shot, 2 shots, maximum 3 shots, and maximum 50 minutes each shot. That's the luck. That's why when you say you got lucky, because that's one hit, a positive hit, in few weeks, in few months, in few years, in few days, you have luck. But you can't have for years, every day, every second, every minute, luck. You can't say that. You must be very hypocrite to say after many years to somebody that he got pure luck. And this is a problem which you need to see in yourself if you are the same like these guys. Because from my first years, when I changed my mentality and I became a successful person, around me, as I told you before, people was thinking that I have pure luck. Now I have 10, 13 years when it's not luck anymore. You can't say anymore that it's luck after 13 years because it's a part of your life. All my life changed 13 years ago. How can I say that it's the same life? Or I don't know, even now after 13 years I'm thinking that it was like that for millennia. I don't know to say. You got my point. Because after 13 years, of course, you change yourself, you change something in your life which doesn't rely anymore with the past. But you see, common guys talk common things. That's the reality. Common guys talks common things. I'm not searching to be a special one. I'm not searching that because I know that I am a special one. I'm not searching that because to defeat Roulette, it must that you are something special for somebody, if not for many. But for somebody, I am a special one because for my students, I am a special one because I changed their lives, I changed their mentality. I help them to succeed in defeating casinos. So you see, for few people, I am a special one because I changed their life in good. But what you need to understand is that if you have a character to beg for stuff, then you are not worth it to have this stuff. I have something with beggars. Don't humiliate yourself asking and begging for free stuff. If you want something, work, fight for that thing, save money, Save, do as everybody is doing. Save money and invest in that thing. It will be much faster for you to succeed if you work hard for yourself and investing in yourself. Let me give you an example about a thief. Now, a thief doesn't want to invest something in himself. A thief thinks, if I steal something from somebody else, I can get that thing much faster. So a thief thinks it will be much easier to steal something from somebody else, and I will get that things without work, without investment, without sacrifice. That's what the thief are doing when he's stealing. Now, after he steals one time, the thief will go to steal another time and another time. And in the end, it will go in jail, where he will gonna spend years in jail, and it will gonna pay for all his stolen works which has done in the past. So if you want to steal something, so what means that? To have something which you never sacrifice yourself, then you will steal. But when you steal, you will pay for your action. That's why the most intelligent stuff, what it is to invest in yourself or to sacrifice for that thing. You need to work 1 month, 3 months, 4 months. You save money, you pay for that stuff which you are interested, and you learn that, or you understand that. But if you are not investing in yourself, nobody will invest in yourself. Few days ago, somebody copied my work, and he tried to sell online my work. And I sent him an email and I told him, please do not do that, because I will find you, I will reporting you, and you are gonna have problems with, because it's my work, it's my work. Don't try to sell my work. I received an email from him that, Adrian, I was trying to do that. I found something of your information, but nobody buys from me because nobody understands what I'm telling about. So you see, my friends, what I want to explain to you is that even if you have my stuff and you want my stuff to sell my stuff, you can't do that, because this is not your work. This is my work. This is my sacrifice. All what I get in my life and all what you see in my own reality is the result of my work, of my sacrifice. So I know, because I like very much Shark Tank. Now Shark Tank, it's a TV series from United States where many entrepreneurs invest in many entrepreneurs, invest money, and they are doing business, real business in television. Now somebody, a big investor, at some point he became friend with a guy from another city. Now this guy, the entrepreneur, the investor, so like that you will understand much better. The investor, he proposed to this guy from this city, rent me your location, be a partner with me, and I will make a good business and we will gonna make together money. The guy, the investor, he made the proposal to this friend or to this guy from this city. This guy, this boss two guy, they were starting to do the business. After 6 months, they made tons of money. Now guess what? The guy from the city who had the rent, he told to the investor, well, you see, I don't want to be a partner anymore with you. I will keep my business in my own location, but I don't want you anymore. So the investor, which was his own idea, he was cut out by this guy from this city who was having the place of the business. At some point, after another 6 months, the guy with the basement, with the location, he got failed. All the company lost all his money because the reality of the success was again the investor guy, this guy. So to be much exactly clear to what I want to telling you is, if we will make a business, I make a business with you, for example, and we buy a building and we construct constructions, apartments or houses, and we are partners, all right? Now, maybe with me, you can make millions of euros, but in the moment you split against me, you will not make any more no money. Why is that? Because I have my own reality and my own sacrifice. So that's something which you always find in people character. Somebody is coming with a good idea, he needs some help, he's giving something back, and the other one, once he sees that he's making money, he's trying to cheat the other one, and he loses all the money. So don't try to lose the opportunity to get people, good people around you, because this opportunity you don't find every day. You cannot find every day somebody who is nice with you. You got my point? Because in your life you can find 9 people who are negative in your life, and maybe you find one guy who is positive in your life. That's the reality. Now, you see, it's everywhere, every time. One guy out of 9 or out of 10. It's the same with roulette. Every time when you play at roulette, there are 99 people who are losing at roulette and one guy who is winning at roulette. So it will always be something about this type. You cannot lose. It's impossible to lose everybody at casinos. It's impossible. Somebody is winning too. You got my point. That's what I want to explain you and giving you an experience. How to defeat casinos. I know that you don't have many people to beat casinos. You don't know many people, but fault of internet, you can connect with somebody like I am and who I can helping you in defeating roulette. I know there are many people who knows to defeat slot machines. I know people who makes money from pokers. There are so many ways in which you can make money in casinos, but you need to connect with the right people. That's your problem, how to connect with the right people. So if you are, if you like, for example, roulette, I am the guy who can helping you. And some of the reason why you need to think why I am the guy, it's very simple. Because I'm showing my face, I'm still here after 10 years, I'm still here. I'm giving you an insurance because you know that to me, you find something valuable, money, properties, trust. I have something. You see me that I have something. But when you go to somebody else who doesn't show himself, who doesn't explain something about how really can helping you, yes, you don't have to invest in that, guys. Of course, in my case, I will never invest in somebody who I'm not seeing or I'm not knowing. Because what can I say? Maybe there are shops, there are shops where online shops where I don't know the CEO and I buy, but I know that that shop, I will still find the shop even tomorrow in the same place. It will be there or something like that. So I'm doing something with the gut that I trust that service. But if you don't, it's like the casinos. If you never heard about a casino, don't play at that casino. Why should you play in a phantomatic casino when there are so many good casinos, popular casinos? You got my point. But many of the secrets of the casinos, you must talk with me inside members area. I know what to do, because you need to do exactly to follow my steps in going in the casino which I have done or I've gone, or in the casinos which I know that they give the money. I will never promote you a casino. You can play in any casino you like. But as a response that if I know what casinos to play, yes, I know, of course I know, because for so many years, I know where to go, in which casino to play, to cash out money from casinos. I know where to go. That's what you need to understand, that all my life, half of my life, I have 36 years, and 18 years I studied roulette. For me, roulette is my life. So of course that if I giving you my life experience in exchange of 5,000 euro, you need to take it. You need to invest, my friend, because I giving you all my work in my life. It's obvious that I gathered tons of information. It's obvious that I know something because I study 18 years, half of my life I study roulette. So I'm very good in this. In the fact I'm the most good in roulette. The best thing which I know to do in my life is beating roulette. That's the best thing which I know to do in my life. So I'm good to say that. I know what to explain, how to explain. But as you can see me, I never have 30,000, 40,000, 50,000 views to one of or some of my videos. I have around hundreds of views in my videos. And think about when I'm telling you that. Don't believe that if you know the secret of roulette, everybody knows the secret of roulette. Because it's not like that. You are very lucky if you see my video. If you see this video, you are very lucky. And this is only because in your life, somebody, good karma, the universe, God, someone wants you to become a different person, a rich person. Because that's how you find me. Because I have hundreds of visualization on my videos. So I'm not so popular. Even when I think that everybody knows me, I am 100% sure that even casino managers, even gamblers, even visitors from YouTube, from the internet, everybody knows me because they heard about me, they seen my sessions, they seen how much money I make from casinos, and they know me. But as I told you, I'm never having hundreds of thousands of visualization on my videos, because that's how the viewers are. No, not everybody can understand me about this subject, because everybody where you go and you talk about roulette, they telling you it's impossible to be defeated. So my reality is opposite with their reality. That's why I'm so hard to be understand. So if you can understand me, then invest in my DVD 5,000 euro and change your life forever. Because if I make it, if my student can make it, with my help, you will gonna make it. Best regards, and we talk in the next video. Bye bye.